Hi guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Abby, and 5 years ago I was homeless. I had nothing to my name. I was stealing little containers of applesauce so that I could eat. I did not have custody of my daughter. I gave my rights over to my mom and dad. I was struggling with substance abuse, and I had nothing to my name but a white t-shirt and a pack of Newports. I was living in a sober living, trying to get my life together, and I felt like nothing. And I had essentially completely started over, and it was terrifying. But I knew I was capable of more. I knew my daughter deserved more, and I was ready to turn my entire life around, and I did. And I still have so many goals and so many dreams and things that I want to do. But in the past 5 years, I've come a really, really, really long way. Whether you have mental health struggles, addiction struggles, financial struggles, or anything else, I'm here to help you by giving you actual tools to build a life that is worth living to you, to follow your dreams, to conquer your goals. There are so many tools that I've added to my toolbox along the years, and I want to share those with you today while we achieve this little summer glowy makeup look. So if any of that interests you, stay and hang out. If you're not already subscribed, I'd love to have you a part of the family. Hit the subscribe button. You can hit the notification bell and you will never miss a fresh upload. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. That helps me understand what content you like to see, and then I can push more of that to you guys. But without further ado, let's get you some of the tools to start living the life you deserve to live. Today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp. A lot of you that already know me know that I struggled with mental health issues long before addiction even came into the picture. My mental health struggles were a big part of why I started coping with substance. And once I got rid of the substance, it was really important for me to focus on the problem, which was me. So I worked with therapists, and I started to begin my new journey into wellness and just all around better mental health. If you aren't familiar with BetterHelp, they are the largest online therapy platform in the world, and it is 100% virtual. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you'll just answer a few questions about your needs and your preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. And then you get to talk to your therapist however you want, whether that be text, chat, phone call, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule appointments whenever they're convenient for you. And one of the coolest parts, in my opinion, is if your therapist doesn't feel right for you, you can play around and try out different therapists until you find whatever one is the right one for you and who you also feel safe and comfortable around, because that's crucial. With BetterHelp, you get the same quality you would expect from an in-office therapy visit, but with a therapist that has been custom picked for you and aligns with your schedule and your lifestyle. More scheduling, more flexibility, and at a more affordable price point. You can get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp using the link I've provided on screen. I've also put the link in the description below. I want to preface this by saying this. When I say I have done this completely on my own, what I mean by that is I have no ties to any other human being financially. So I don't have a husband who provides for me. I don't have a boyfriend who pays the bills, and I'm not talking down on that type of lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not what I wanted. I wanted full financial freedom so that nobody could tell me what to do. If I wanted to make any changes in life, if I wanted to go do something, if I had a strong opinion, nobody could take anything away from me. And of course, some of that roots from trauma. I want to let you guys know really quick, I've been using this snail mucin. Everybody's buying this from Amazon. And I finally gave in. It is truly slimy, and it kind of freaks me out. So you're supposed to put this on after your toner, but before your moisturizer. I'm a little out of order here because I had to go to the doctor's office this morning, so I did throw on some sunscreen, but that's okay. I'm putting this on right now because I also feel like it helps with my makeup application, oddly enough. So after I got it and after I tried it, I did put it in my storefront because I like to wait until I try a product, obviously, before I recommend it to you guys. Just a couple minutes ago, I was outside watering my flowers and taking care of my plants, and I went to like move this big rock, and I completely snapped the tip of my nail off. and it was bleeding like really bad. So I got this Band-Aid here. It's kind of screwing me up, but that's okay. All right, so what I want to do in this video is I want to get into like actual things that you can do, right? I don't just want to tell you my story, how I did it. Okay, good story. I want to actually give you guys tools. I want to give you actions, things that you can actively do on a daily basis to help you get to that place that you want to be. Obviously, you know, you don't need to be a parent or a single mom to benefit from this. This is just if you have any interest in bettering your life and in enjoying your life more, financial freedom, happiness, and in safety. Like honestly, that's the dream, right? And I want to actually give you guys tools to get there. So let's do that. I know for a lot of people, guilt and things that we've gone through in the past slows us down in the present and in the future, right? I'm going in with Laura Mercier. This is the Pure Canvas Primer. This is the, can we get it? This is the illuminating one. So obviously as a single mom, I've been through some stuff myself. It has definitely caused some trauma in my life, and that comes with mental health struggles, right? But that's okay, because what we need to remember is our defects have character and our past builds grit. So what we need to do is we need to change our perspective. We need to look at things we've been through in the past, or maybe it's bad decisions that we've made, and we need to change our perspective on how we view those things. And we can turn these things into tools to help us in the future, right? Because experiences benefit us greatly. We just have to focus on our perspective. And it may sound silly, but it does make a really large difference. And this is our first tool here. And I'm gonna give you an action. I'm gonna give you something that you can do to practice changing your perspective on your past, because we need to get rid of all of that baggage before we can move on to bettering our present life and therefore our future, right? So let's start with the past. Let's bang it out. Anything, any regret you have, any trauma that you're feeling, we need to first off write a list. Okay, we are going to write on the left column, we're going to put everything that bothers us from our past, traumatic events, things that have happened to us, or bad decisions that we've made, things that we feel guilty about. Write a list of some of those situations or memories on the left, okay, right? And then on the right side of that column, you're going to write down ways each of those things can be a tool for you today. Right? So I'm going to give you an example, because by the way, if I didn't already say this, these are all things that I've done. Okay. So I'm only recommending things that have helped me. So I'm using the e.l.f. Halo Glow. You guys already know. I'm mixing two colors right now because I'm like kind of tan, but not super tan. Medium 4 and Fair Light 2. So I'm mixing 4 and 2 together. Before I blend that in, I'm going in with my L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. Okay. So I'm just going to put a couple little boop, boop, and boop on my face, and then we are going to blend all of that together. Generally, I do my eyebrows and my lashes first. Not sure why I didn't, probably because I'm talking. So the next thing that we're going to talk about here is income, okay? So are you, with whatever job you are working, are you making enough income so that you're able to pay your bills, but also set a little bit of money aside? If the answer is no, don't worry. I was in the same exact place as you. But here's what I'm going to say. Now, if you are somebody that's like barely getting by, you're just getting the bills paid, here's what I'm going to have you do. Again, we're on to the action part, because, okay, sure, we might not have boatloads of money right now, but you can and you will. And in a way, this is also kind of a form of manifestation, but through the form of action. We're not just praying to the universe and asking for things. We're actually acting as well. I'm really huge on action. I struggle when people, you know, say, this is my life. Here's how I got here. Good luck. I want to give you guys actual things that you can do. So if you are in a place where you're struggling financially, I want you to start putting away money every single week. And I know you're like, well, Abby, I don't have it. Yes, you do. I don't care if it's $1, okay? If that is all you can afford, I recommend you put that $1 away every week. So whether you put that in a bank account or you put it in a cereal box, it doesn't matter. It could be $1, it could be $5, it could be $50, it could be $100, okay? The point is not the amount of money that you're setting aside. The point is the action of doing it, because this is going to create a habit. This is going to create a habit where every week you're used to putting a certain amount of money away to create some sort of cushion for yourself. Does that make sense? So even if it's $1, you're getting into the habit of this. And as you continue to work and as you continue to make more money, or maybe you're seeking out a new job once you start your new job, maybe over time, that $1 amount goes up to $5, or maybe it goes up to $10. And if you're thinking in your head, oh, it's just $1, that's not going to do anything, that's pointless, you're already off to a bad start and a bad perspective, because little tiny changes lead to really, really large results. And you can think I'm cheesy, you can think it's cliche, but all cliches are true, babe. All right, so we're making some columns and lists to help with our perspective on how we view ourselves and our pasts. We're emptying out that backpack, right? We're also getting into the habit of setting a little bit of money aside every week, all right? So now I'm gonna glue some lashes on and we're gonna move on here. So lately, as a lot of you know, I've been really into like the little half lash. We're going to put these on the outer corners, and for some reason I just think that these almost look better on me because it opens up my eyes a lot and I just like the look of it. Also, I was starting to feel like Lily lashes in the style Miami aren't quite the vibe these days, so we are toning it down a notch, and that is totally fine. Listen, I still love me a Miami lash. Number 3, planning. Having a planner. I want to start with my digital calendar on my phone. So I prefer to use Google Calendars. I really enjoy Google Calendars for my day-to-day, for appointments, everything with me, Mila, and the dogs, because it is color-coded. So, or you can color code everyone. So like, I'm a certain color, Mila's a different color, and same with the dogs. And the color coding helps me, as somebody that does have ADHD, the colors are very helpful. So if you don't already use Google Calendars, I highly recommend it. This helps settle a lot of like anxiety and stress. So the next thing that I use is a digital planner, essentially. So I use this on my iPad, and I like to use my Apple Pen because I like to write. I gather more information. I remember things better when I write them as opposed to typing it out. My digital notebook is more so for like day-to-day things. So if I'm laying in bed tonight or if I'm watching TV later and I think of a couple things that I know I need to do tomorrow, I write it down in my digital planner. I make a little list on quick notes you can use, or whatever. But usually, or sometimes, like I wake up the next day and I can't think of like all of the things I miraculously thought of yesterday, right? Like the night before, I'm like, oh, I need to get this done. I forgot about that. Suddenly the next day I wake up and I'm like blank. So the digital planner really helps. And by the way, you don't need all these in separate places. That is just how I do it. You don't have to have like an iPad and this and that. You could have a plain piece of paper and you could literally make your own sort of planner, especially if you are a parent, because it's not just your life that you're planning out week by week. There's like a whole little human being that you are also responsible for. So if you're not using any sort of planner, I could understand how you are very overwhelmed right now. Whenever I write things down and get it on paper, it leaves my head. So that's a really, really good tool if you feel like you get overwhelmed a lot. And by the way, I love me a good amount of concealer. So if you want to say this is the old school way, babe, that's fine with me. So my favorite concealer is by It. I do like Tarte Shape Tape in the creamy, but It will take the cake every time. Bye Bye Under Eye is my favorite. They just came out with this new one, Bye Bye Dark Spot Concealer. It's also really good, but the original, it's in there somewhere. The original Bye Bye Under Eye in the little tube is my favorite, just because I've never found another concealer that has like brightened my under eye so much so. It's also very, very creamy because it has an anti-aging serum in it. And I have dry skin, so that works for me. So the third way that you can obviously plan, and a lot of people's favorite, is the good old cutesy Target planner, okay? So this is really good. Once again, like I said, I like to be able to write stuff down. So I put important dates in my Google Calendar. I do day-to-day stuff in my little quick notes iPad situation. But then I also have a old school, cute little Target planner with all of the stickers and fun little things that come with it, here's the number one thing I need to say to you all, okay? I'm gonna call you all out right now. I need you to actually use it. I know, they're fun to purchase, they're fun to buy, but if we're not actually using the planner, pointless, okay? I know it's fun to buy the planner and the pens and the stickers, but we need to be using it. And I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't been writing in my planner lately. I've just been doing my Google Calendar, and I need to get back into it. But I'll show you mine. And even if you're just like writing down stuff for yourself too, like, okay, remember to make my column list. I'm gonna do that tomorrow on my lunch break at work, or like whatever. So you can be writing stuff for yourself in here. You can be writing stuff for your kids if you have kids. So here's what mine looks like. And once again, I don't care if your planner literally says, get the clothes out of the dryer that have been sitting in there for a week. If that is all you write in your planner for tomorrow, that is perfect. That is fine. It's an incredible start. Once again, I need you to not let your brain tell you that, oh, these are just little tiny things. This is stupid. It's pointless. No, it's not. Little things, big results. I promise you, I've been there, I've done it. So do it. I have these folders here with important information, and then it has like all of the tabs, as you can see. So these are obviously really great, but you need to actually utilize it, you know? Because, you know, I have all these fun little stickers that have different things on them, like grocery shopping or getting coffee. If you like stuff like that, it might encourage you more so to be a little bit more organized with your day-to-day scheduling in your life. Once again, I'm not saying you need to be doing all three of these things. I'm giving you different options based on what I do personally. So I hope that helps. We're gonna move on to some bronzer next. I'm going to be using the Patrick Ta. I like to use the cream within the Patrick Ta because it has a powder too. This is the cream up here, and that is what I will be using, and I like to apply it with the Refi brush, this tighter end over here. This is great for like foundation and stuff. Number 4 is absolutely huge. It might be the biggest thing in my opinion, and that is building your foundation team. Now, foundation team is a term that I essentially made up. And what that means is your team of people that are going to help you build a really sturdy and solid foundation in life so that you continue to live and be healthy, but also continue to thrive and accomplish goals for your future. So some things that help build your foundation are involving professionals, right? So when's the last time you made an appointment with your PCP? When's the last time you got some regular blood work done to make sure that you're healthy, right? When's the last time you called your therapist? When is the last time you called your sponsor if you're sober? Like all of these things. So like I have a therapist, a psychologist, I have a recovery specialist that I see once a month. I have a PCP who I just saw a few weeks ago. But so this is a team of people that you have that are going to not only keep you healthy, but these are people that you have for if things are going south. Whether it's your physical health, if you're going through something emotionally or mentally, if you're struggling, you have to have your team of professionals for your foundation. So build your foundation team. Don't be afraid. I know some people have anxiety calling doctors' offices and things like that. Do you have a dentist? When's the last time you went in for a teeth cleaning? So start building your team of professionals. Do not be afraid to reach out. If you are not advocating for yourself, who is? And if you have children, mama, we don't have time to be afraid. We don't. We have to do it, right? Because we have to teach our children to do it. Let that be your motivator. I'm going in with, you guys know my favorite, Global Glow by MAC. Here's what she looks like. And I like to use this Makeup by Mario brush to apply that. So back to building your foundation team. Whenever you do this, and obviously this is going to take time, I would recommend, once again, writing a list and do it in the order of importance. So say you've been meaning to make a dentist appointment or you've been meaning to see your therapist. Write that one down first, okay? But make a list. You can put it in your planner if you get a planner, or just do it on a piece of paper, even a sticky note. Shit, I don't care if you write it with an Expo marker on your mirror so that you don't forget, whatever it takes. But when you start building this foundation team, you have a new toolbox. So you now have this toolbox of resources that are not only going to keep you healthy and stable, but thriving and giving you the ability to continue moving forward, crushing your dreams one by one. So build your foundation team, build your toolbox of professionals, of support. It could just be like a best friend could also be on that list. It doesn't have to be all doctors. In my life, the foundation team is not optional. It is crucial, it is necessary, and it's a must. Because like, not to call you out or anything, sis, but like, when's the last time you got a pap smear? I know, it's scary. I know. And it's not fun either. But if you're worthy of crushing your dreams and building a certain life that you're really, really wanting, you're worthy of health. You're worthy of keeping your health in a good place. You're worthy of seeking professionals, medical professionals, and letting people help you and keeping you healthy. Your health is your wealth, and you deserve to have that, right? Don't be afraid to call. You need to do it. All right, my next product is my holy grail. If you guys watch any of my Get Ready With Me's, you hear me absolutely brag about this product because I'm obsessed, and I'm not gatekeeping it because everyone deserves to know. It is Lightscapade by MAC, and it is a pressed powder. It has all of these crazy colors in it, but whenever you put the brush to it and apply it to your face, it just gives you this beautiful, bright under eye. I also like to put it, a little bit of it on the center of my forehead, a little bit around my cupid's bow area, and then my chin. So I like to use a brush that's more firm, because the more firm the brush is, the more you're actually gonna see the product on the face. I go in firstly with a brush like this that's like a little bigger and a little looser, just to kind of get the base of it down. And then I go in with a smaller, tighter brush to get it even brighter. Look at this. Flawless, right? So good. It's almost like once you start seeing the progress, you're more inclined to keep going, right? But on the other end of that, sometimes we're unable to see the progress. Sometimes we have certain moments where we're not seeing anything, and it can get very frustrating. It can get discouraging. Please, even when you feel like you're not seeing results, don't stop. The results will come at some point. It's a slow process, but quitting will never speed it up. This is Peachgasm by Charlotte Tilbury. It's funny because I bought this a while ago just because they didn't have the original shade of blush, and I hated this. I just like didn't like it. And I don't know if it's because I'm a little bit more tan or it's summertime, but I am obsessed with this golden peachy color for my cheeks. So yeah, we're going for it. Integrity and grit. A lot of that is continuing to push for the life that you want, even when you're not seeing progress. It's that blind faith where you just keep going, knowing eventually you're going to see results, or eventually it's going to pay off. And those are the hardest moments, and those are the biggest testers. So don't fail that test. Guys, even in 1 year, so much can change. But I will do a teensy bit of Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. That's what this is right here, just on my cheeky bones, the bridge of my nose. Ever since I got my brows laminated, when they're not laminated, I'm like, they're horrible. I'm not even doing them. All right, this is She's Humble by Patrick Ta. It's a very, very nude, simple liner. But honestly, you don't need these more expensive lip liners. In fact, my favorite liner, Truffle Butter by NYX, is like all you need. A little bit of liner, and then a little bit of Aquaphor. And that's it, baby. That's all you need. So it all kind of just like blends together. We got like a summer glowy look going on. Do we think? Do we like it? Do we love it? Do we hate it? I think it's all right. So we have number one, emptying the backpack, letting go of past traumas by utilizing some of them as tools. Write lists, change your perspective. Boom, done. Get rid of that baggage, empty that backpack. It's too heavy for you to carry around. Number two, setting small amounts of money aside each week or a month. I don't care if it's $1, I don't care if it's $50. It's getting into the habit. It's continuing to do that. And that small amount of money will add up, and you will be able to start adding more weekly and monthly as time goes on. So definitely start getting into that habit. You need a cushion. You need a cushion for the pushing, all right? That's what I always say. You need like a good little cushion in that bank account to kind of get you started. So work on your cushion. Okay, planner, get your planner, being more organized, writing things down as you think of them. Journaling even falls into this category. I love to journal. Again, getting things down on paper by writing takes a lot of that stuff out of your brain. It gets rid of the overwhelming, gets you more organized, do your Google Calendar, get your color coded, get your agenda from Target, get your stickers, but I need you to be writing in there, okay? Even if it's just one thing, like I said. Final thing and the most important thing that we discussed was building your team, okay? So your team of professionals, your PCP, your therapist, your psychologist, good friends, a good community, family, healthy family. Your foundation is the most crucial, because if it is not solid, everything that you build on top of it could likely crumble and fall. And if you're anything like me, you've actually experienced that before, and we know how horrible that is, and we don't want to do that again. So build your team. At the end of the day, I hope that someone finds something helpful in this video. I hope someone benefits from this video. It's truly just through experience, and it's not been easy, and I figured out a lot on my own. And so if I can help anybody in any way, I would like to do that. And like I said, if there's anything else you want to discuss further or any questions, definitely drop those below. Other than that, I love you guys so much. I'm proud of you all, and I'm so grateful that you're here with me. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.